Hello, I'm Matt from Ludo-Chrono, and today I'm going to give you an overview of Barbarian Kingdoms. So this is an area control game for 3 to 6 players ages 12 and up, and it plays for around 15 minutes per player. So in this game you are a barbarian kingdom with a king at its head, and you try to basically conquer the old world. And you win by having 7 provinces under your control, so you're starting 3 and 4 extra. Or you can win by defeating 2 opposing kings in combat. Every player is going to have a player mat with variable powers, but also a screen with money behind. So that money is going to be a currency for the game. How do you play this game? Well, you play your turn, and on your turn you take 1 action out of 5, and then you move on to the next player, and so on and so forth, until one of the victory conditions is met. On your turn, you can take either recruit, tax, maneuver, assault, or claim actions. If you want to recruit, you have to pay the money. You buy the cheapest soldier your board has. And you may notice there is an increasing cost from 1 to 4. So I'm going to recruit here on an empty province. And I have to place 1 money here in that province I recruited. If I wanted to recruit a second soldier, I would have to take another action in a subsequent turn, and I would have to pay 2 money, and so on and so forth. That's the end of my turn. We move on to the next player's turn. Now, if I want to tax on my next turn, I will count up the number of areas I control, and I will be able to take 1 coin per area. So for example, I have 1, 2, 3, I can take that 3 coin. That's it for taxing. Now, if I want to, for example, shuffle my troops around, I can take the maneuver action and shuffle my troops around, knowing that you can only have 1 soldier in each area. If I want to conquer new land, I have to take the assault action to move into a neutral or enemy controlled territory. So for example, I can move here, and that opens me to challenging. I can be challenged by other players. More on that later. If I am going to control that area, on my turn I can perform a claim action. As you can see, there is a crest here and it's empty. That means I can place my own control marker in it. I have 4 of them, and they have increasing costs. So same thing as with the recruit action. I can place 1, I have to pay, and this is open to challenging as well. What's challenging then? So if there are adjacent enemies, they can move into my area to say, okay, you don't take that action, and combat occurs. When there's a combat, you tally up forces. So for the forces, you're going to have 2 points for your control marker, 3 per soldier, and 6 per king. However, the players that are in battle are going to bid secretly to bribe their opponent. That's why there are pouches here. So I will select my bid secretly, and the other player is going to select their bid. We will reveal at the same time, and each coin spent will be an additional strength point. However, that player wins, but we are going to swap the bids, and the swapped bids are going to go behind the screens. Obviously, they won, so I will put that back into my player board, and that as well. So we play like this until a victory condition is met. So either I have placed all of my tokens and I control my 3 starting provinces, or I defeat 2 enemy kings. So about kings. Kings have different powers, different variable abilities. And for example, Attila the Hun, if he assaults a province successfully, he can take a free claim action just afterwards. So it is kind of an engine. You also have a kingdom ability that is worth for your entire kingdom, even if your king is dead. That's it for Barbarian Kingdoms. So this is a game in which you try to conquer as much as the old world as you can, and the fastest you can. However, beware the other kings. Now bye bye, and see you on Ludochrono.fr.